I have a quick favor to ask of everyone who only watches this video right here, which is my final order cutoff highlights video. And that is, I am trying to put together a new video, which is kind of like a Q&A. We're gonna call it Probing Bruce. I am totally stealing that from another YouTuber named Paul's Hardware. He is absolutely fantastic, and he does a Q&A video. He allows his viewers to ask him questions about either his hobby, his life, whatever's going on, just to get to know him a little bit more and to know his insight into what he'd love and to get his insight into his passion, which is tech. He loves computer tech, like PC stuff, which I also love, which is like I build my own computers and that type of thing. But to do this video, I need questions from you guys. And if you guys do watch my Wednesday pull list video, a lot of you have already asked questions in the comments of that video. But if you only watch this video, guys, and you do have a question that you would like to ask me, guys, leave it down in the comments below, and that'll be part of this next video called Probing Bruce. It's a hilarious name. I love it. And hopefully this is an opportunity for you guys to get to know me a little bit more and just to get some questions answered, I guess. So if you guys could do that for me, I would love it. It would be so huge, and I would appreciate you guys so much. Now, that is it. That is the intro for today's video, so let's go ahead and dive into today's video. What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to the channel, and yes, I am wearing a baseball hat and a hoodie, which I never do, but my daughter is homesick. She has diarrhea. She's right down the hallway, so I'm sure she would hate that I said that, but we're waiting for her stomach to settle before I bring her into school, so I still got like my outside gear on. So guys, I'm just got a different look for today's video. Hopefully I don't sweat too much, because I sweat profusely when I make these videos. But guys, today's video is my final order cutoff highlights video, and I'm going to be going over all the amazing covers in the books that I found on this weekend's final order cutoff, which is March 17th of 2025. That might have a little bit of speculation or any new number ones that I think you guys should not pass up, because I think the synopsis just sounds so stinking cool. So covers, speculation in the guts, and yeah, cool new number ones. That's what we're gonna do in today's video. So let's not waste any more time, because that intro I'm sure was a little bit long. And let's go right ahead and dive in to this week's Cover Lover Picks. Now, I did notice that there weren't as many books on this weekend's final order cutoff as there is usually. Usually there is quite a bit more, but we do have DC, Marvel, and Indies all on this weekend's final order cutoff, so we have a little bit of everything to go over. But let's go over the covers that I found that I think you guys should not miss out on, because I think these covers are so cool, and we all want these at a discount, which you can get by ordering by this weekend's final order cutoff. So first up, we got Absolute Batman issue number 7 with the cover C variant done by Bill Sienkiewicz. Yeah, it's pretty great. Batman like somehow standing on this pole that's like vertical, like really straight, but there looks like almost like a dragon's tail coming around it as well, which I think is his cape. I don't know, but it's freaking awesome. Next up, Ultimate Wolverine issue number 4 with the 1:25 ratio variant done by Ivan Coelho. Fantastic. You got a bunch of really cool characters on the front, and what is not to like by Ivan Coelho's artwork? It's great. Next up, Ultimate Wolverine issue number 4 with the Ultimate Special variant. What makes this Ultimate Special? I don't know, but I really want to know, but this cover is fantastic looking. We get magic, and we get art by Linnell Francis Yu, which is so good. Next up, we got a couple Transformers covers, and they are bangers. First up, Transformers issue number 19 with the cover D variant. This is a 1:25 ratio variant done by Steve Beach. You guessed it, guys. By the cover, Megatron is back. It's gonna be freaking awesome. And in this issue, we get the whole reasoning why he's been missing for so long. So this is some kind of like, I don't want to say origin story. I'm totally blanking on the correct wording for this, but this is his like comeback story, I guess. The reasons why he's gone, it's gonna be freaking dope. Next up is the same issue, Transformers issue number 19, but with the cover F variant, and this is the 1:100 ratio variant done by Ludlow Lullaby? I'm guessing that's what it is, but this cover is so good. So good. Next up, Wolverine issue number 8 with the black and white variant done by Daniel Warren Johnson. I found about this first in the Discord. I guess DWJ posted this on his Instagram. I guess he was working on it. It was a nice little video. You could see him sketching it out. Really stinking cool. Always follow your favorite artists and writers on Instagram and their social medias. You can usually get some insights really early into some stuff they're working on. Super cool. Next up, Geiger, issue number 13. I love this book so much. This cover right here is dope. It's the cover A. It's done by Gary Frank. We get the glowing woman, and like, you know, it's like one of those half and half pictures. So you get half of her glowing, half of her not. How cool is that? Next up, DC vs. Vampires World War V, issue number 8 with the cover B variant done by Fabrizio Di Tomaseo. So good. This guy's artwork is so good. He was on this week's Wednesday pull list for some cover that he did. So good. And this one featuring Batman. And if you're reading this series, this is not Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is, he's dead. This is another person that I don't love, but I want to see his kind of redemption story, because when he was reintroduced into the story, you were like, oh, this guy, but it seems like he's gonna try to redeem himself somehow. Super cool. Next up, we got the Invincible Universe Battle Beast issue number 1. Super pumped for this. I am grown into a big Robert Kirkman fan after reading Void Rivals, and Walking Dead and some other things. I've never read Invincible, but I have watched the cartoon, and supposedly it does a good job at following the story, and I'm really excited for this because Battle Beast is such a badass in that show. But we got a bunch of covers because obviously this is a big new number 1. And the first one that I like is the cover B variant. It's done by David Finch, and it's really good. I wouldn't even say this kind of looks like David Finch's artwork, but it definitely is. And why did I raise my voice so much right there? Who knows? Next up is the cover G variant. It's a 1 in 100 foil variant done by John Boy Myers. Now the last one we're going to talk about is actually a blind bag variant. So you're going to pay a certain amount of money for these blind bags, and it has an opportunity to have any of the covers from cover A all the way up to the cover I, which I believe is the 1 in 1,000 inside there. So you have an opportunity to get some really rare, I should say really rare, some rarer covers that are high ratio that we normally, probably me and you, would never be able to afford for a lower cost, which is super cool. Now I do know that some merchants are offering bundles of these for a much lower price than just a regular cover price. I'm sure you can go on eBay and get some bundles on there as well. And why not just roll the dice? Like, you can get a really good deal for, like, say, like a stack of 5 or 10 for something pretty cheap, and maybe get a 1 in 100, 1 in 200, 1 in 500, 1 in 1,000. How freaking cool would that be? And I'm already buying this because I really want to read the story. So I don't mind spending something a little bit more on something like this, like a blind bag, because I normally hate mystery boxes. I hate them so much because I want to know what I'm picking up. I know with this that I'm getting a book that I actually want. Maybe not the cover that I would like the most, but there's an opportunity to get something really cool. The little piece of me that does enjoy gambling a little bit likes this a lot. But let's move on because I'm rambling. Next up, we got Batman 89 Echoes, issue number 6 with the cover A done by Joe Quinones. So good. Just take a minute and enjoy all of the different renditions of characters that we know and love on this cover. It's so good. Next up, Star Wars Legacy of Vader, issue number 3 with the variant cover done by Stephanie Hans. And guess what? The next cover is also done by Stephanie Hans, but it's a completely different book. This is Minor Arcana, issue number 6 with the cover G variant, like I said, done by Stephanie Hans. It's really good. Now, I personally enjoy the story in this book. I don't like the artwork. It's done by Jeff Lemire. It's written and drawn by him. I just don't like his artwork. And man, the covers for this issue outside of this Stephanie Hans one is gross. I don't know what's going on. I think the story would be received a little bit more if it had different artwork and better covers. Just my opinion. Next up, Godzilla vs. Spider-Man, issue number 1. No, I'm not picking this up. I might pick up this cover. This is the foil variant. It's done by Patrick Gleason. I have a little soft spot in my heart for Patrick Gleason. He's just a stunning artist to begin with, and he's drawn some of my favorite covers and favorite stories, and he's a great writer as well. So this cover right here is it's also super cool when you look at it. You got Godzilla, looks like he's gonna do like a big beam out of his mouth, and you got Spider-Man hanging off the Statue of Liberty. He's so little and tiny, so good. Next up, Web of Venomverse Fresh Brains, issue number 1. I don't like the idea of the story, but this cover is pretty good. It's a 1 in 10 ratio variant. It's a design variant, and it's done by Luciano Vecchio. And we got Venom Mouse and Venomir. I can't see it, it's too small. But we got 2 new characters on the cover right there. Next up is the same book, Web of Venomverse Fresh Brains, issue number 1 with the variant cover done by Derek Chu. This is that same character that was on the bottom part of the design variant. Pretty stinking cool. Next up, Fire and Ice, When Hell Freezes Over, issue number 1 with the cover C variant done by Jeff DeCall. It's pretty good. I don't like the green girl's hair. It looks like it's got like levels to it. Pretty weird. I don't know. Next up, same book, Fire and Ice, When Hell Freezes Over, issue number 1 with the cover D variant, which is a 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Kevin Wada. It's pretty good. Next up, Adventure Time, issue number 1. Now, I think I added these to the list because my youngest son, Jack, who's 9, is going through phases where he really enjoys a TV show, and he's really enjoying this one right now, and it's a pretty funny TV show. I bought him the first compendium, which is basically like an omnibus of 35 issues of Adventure Time. He ripped through that, so I'm going to buy him the second one as well, and I'm going to start picking this up for him because he really enjoys it, and if this can be the gateway to getting him into reading comics monthly and to join his father, that'd be freaking amazing. But let's go over the covers that I like. I think there's 2. First one up is the cover C. There's also a silver foil variant done by Trong Lee Gwyn. And it's pretty cool. I like this one because it has so many of the characters from the show in it. And the other one that I really like is the cover G foil variant. And there's also a 1 in 100 black and white ratio variant. And I believe there is an open order one for this as well. And this one is done by David Nakayama. So good. It's Nakayama, man. It's freaking amazing. Next up, we get Heavy Metal issue number 1. That's right, Heavy Metal magazine is coming back. I like the cover C variant. It's done by Tula Lote. And I also like the cover G variant done by David Palumbo. Is that how it's pronounced? I don't know. I maybe should have looked it up beforehand, but I'm rolling with it, guys. Palumbo. Next up, Giant Size Wacky Races, issue number 1 with the cover A, and the cover E Metal Virgin, and the cover G 1 in 10 black and white, and the cover I 1 in 20 black and white Virgin variants, all done by Joseph Linzer. It's just pretty cool. I loved these cartoons where these awesome characters went on like this wild race across country. The first one there won, and there was always like pitfalls and like, you know, they were trying to backstab each other. So good. There is another cover that I really like for this. This is the Giant Size Wacky Races, issue number 1 with the cover B, and the cover J, which is a 1 in 25 Virgin ratio variant done by Edwin Galmon. So good. Whoever this character is, she looks fantastic on this cover. Next up, Golden Rage Mother Knows Best, issue number 1 with the cover B variant done by Tula Lote. Pretty good. I read the first series. This is the second volume of the story. It's okay. The whole concept of this book is that when you're a woman and you basically go through menopause, you get shoved out of society and you get put on an island where you have to survive. And it's like survival of the fittest, basically. And so these older women are killing each other. I don't know, it's kind of wacky and out there. First story was okay. I'm not going to pick up the second series, but I might pick up this cover if I see it for cheap. Next up, basically when that cover goes on sale somewhere. But I think the final cover that I really want to get my hands on is Pinup Apocalypse, issue number 1 with the second print, 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Setfa Shubina. So good. Pinup cover, gorgeous. It's not a naughty cover, it's just a pinup cover, but it is so good. Svetva Shubina is a fantastic artist. I got the first, what is it, 1 in 50? I think it was, with the red cover. So good. Paid way too much for it. I paid $80 for 2 of them, or $80 for 1, but I bought 2, so it was $160, and I haven't been able to sell the second one. I was hoping I was gonna be able to sell the second one for like $160, and flip it and pay for both, but I haven't. I am sitting on both. So maybe I'll put 1 in the giveaway. Maybe. I don't know, we'll find out. But guys, those are all my cover lover picks for this week. Now let's go ahead and move on to the few books that I found that have something in the guts for speculation. All right, guys, the books that have something in the guts. I did find 4 of them, but make sure you guys are doing your own research. There are a few places that I like to check before I submit my orders. They are linked down in the description below. All right, guys, first up, I found Absolute Batman issue number 7. Now, the solicitation does mention that Absolute Joker and Absolute Mr. Freeze made their debut. It's in the first line of the synopsis for this issue. But I believe, but I cannot confirm because I have not read issue number 6, that the Absolute Joker does make an appearance in that. It could be a cameo. So I don't want to say that this is the introduction to the Absolute Joker, even though it does say that in the synopsis. Make sure you guys are doing your own research. Next up, Invincible Universe Battle Beast issue number 1. Now this is just the first issue of an ongoing series for Battle Beast. Who knows what's going to be inside? There could be some first appearances of some new characters to the Invincible Universe, but this is the first ongoing series for Battle Beast. Next up, guys, we have Superior Avengers issue number 1 with the first team appearance of the Superior Avengers. This is Dr. Doom's team of Avengers. They haven't released who the characters are. You're going to have to read the first issue to find out who these characters are. Or maybe they won't be released until the second issue. I don't know, but I am not buying into this because I think this whole Doom ruling over the whole world is going to last for so long. And then we're going to go back to regular status quo. Next up, Web of Venomverse Fresh Brains issue number 1. This is the final book that I was able to find that had something in the guts. Now this is going to have the first appearance of Venom Mouse. It's also going to have the first appearance of Kate Power, bonded with a symbiote. That's that one with a crazy mouth. We're also going to get the first appearance of a new version of Eddie Brock. Now, I got all the information from Key Collector, just so that you guys know. All right, that is everything. That was everything that I was able to find for something in the guts. Now, there are a few covers that I think you guys should consider for speculation. And the first one up is Transformers issue number 19 with the cover F, which is that 1 in 100 ratio variant done by Ludau Lullaby. And this is just a great Megatron cover. It's a high ratio book. I would just double check if there are any exclusives for issue number 19. If there are, more of these 1 in 100s will be available, which will make this cover less rare. But if there are no exclusives, then this cover will be much more rare and more desirable. Next up is that Pinup Apocalypse issue number 1 with the second print 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Svetla Shubina. Now, I think you will have to be early to getting this book online to make money on it, because I think more of these will hit the market and people will, like myself, will lose money on them. But if you can be the first to market to get this on eBay, you most likely will be able to sell this for a nice profit, probably in the $100 range, maybe even more than that. But this is a second print, so it won't be as available as the first print, but guys, do your own research. Next up, in the final cover that I found that I think will sell well on the secondary market is Star Wars Jedi Knights issue number 1 with the second print 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Raza. I personally don't love the cover, but this is a Star Wars book. It is a wraparound variant. It is pretty nice. I think some of the characters do look too realistic, but it's not all about my opinion. It's a 1 in 25 second print, which always sell well on the secondary market. I shouldn't say always. There is a trend that these do sell well on the secondary market, and this is a Star Wars book, so there is a good chance that this will sell well. All right, guys, that is everything for speculation. Let's go ahead and move over to the next section, which are the new number 1s that I think you guys should be pre-ordering because I think the synopsises sound really stinking cool. All right, I thought he had 3 books, but we only have 2, so this should be pretty quick. And first up is Adventure Time issue number 1. Now, I'm putting this on the list for all the dads out there that have kids around the age of 8 or 9, maybe 10 or 11, that maybe their kids aren't into comics just yet, but they do like shows like Adventure Time. Guys, this could be a nice gateway drug to get our kids into comics. I'm going to try to use it because, like I said, I bought Jack the Compendium. He's totally in it. And this is a new number 1. So your kids could be diving into a brand new story for Finn and Jake. Now, this is coming from the creators of Nick Wynn, and it's going to have art by Megan Brown. So Nick Wynn is the writer. Let's go ahead and read the synopsis. Come on and grab your friends. Adventure Time is back with an all-new ongoing series from a star-studded cast of cutting-edge creative talents. Best of Buds starts here with a brand new adventure nearly a decade in the making. That's pretty crazy. It's almost been a decade since the last Adventure Time series was out. When Finn and Jake save the newly installed computer princess from the clutches of the evil Ice King, he just wants a bride. Okay, is that too much to ask? The two escort her back to the computer kingdom, where she gives our totally mathematical adventures a new quest. Find the powerful guide for heroes, the Enchiridion, and bring it back to her so she can scan it for her digital archive. But where are they going to find it, and how? An epic journey awaits Finn and Jake. Can they remain best of buds through their quest, or is their friendship about to be put to the test? And like I said, guys, there are a bunch of really cool covers that you can, like incentivize your kids to get into this. Because I think this is a great way to get our younger kids possibly into comics if they're not already. All right, guys. Now this one's for the adults. Invincible Universe Battle Beast issue #1. Now, obviously, this is coming from the creative team of Robert Kirkman, and it's going to have art by Ryan Ottley. They're coming back together in the Invincible Universe, and it's going to be so good. I already know. I haven't read it, but I already know it's going to be good. But let's go ahead and read the synopsis. The best new, not quite a superhero series in the universe. Cursed with an unquenchable thirst for violence, Battle Beast searches the universe for one warrior mightier than him, and a glorious death, his only reward. But even in a universe of mighty Viltrumites like Invincible and Omni-Man, it seems like no one may be able to stop the galaxy's deadliest warrior unless he does the unthinkable. Superstars Robert Kirkman and Ryan Ottley present the most demanded Invincible story of all time, revealing the secret story of Battle Beast that's perfect for any longtime fans, no spoilers, and new readers alike. I mean, you guys know all, man. You know it's going to be bloody, it's going to be violent, it's going to be epic. I cannot freaking wait. Bring it on, Robert Kirkman and Ryan Ottley. I am pumped. And I'm definitely going to try to find myself a nice bundle, hopefully for cheap, of at least 5 of those blind bag variants, because I want an opportunity to do a little gambling on this. I think it'd be super cool. But guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you guys are doing your own research. Make sure you get your orders in by Monday the 17th. And we can all save that sweet 20 to 35% off the cover price of these open order books. But let's go ahead and wrap this video up. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I really do. And if you've been watching from the beginning of this video all the way to this point in the video right now, you guys know what you are. You guys are legends, and you guys are the coolest people on the planet, at least to me. Now, if you guys have not smashed that like button just yet, do me a favor and smash that like button, or you could just take your mouse and just click it. That also helps a lot as well. It is the best way that you guys can support the channel. Now, if you guys watch that video and you enjoy comic book content and you guys are not subscribed, do me a favor and get yourself subscribed. Hit that bell for notifications and smash that like button. Now, last but not least, guys, if you are still watching this video right now and you guys did not leave a question for me in the Wednesday pull list video, and you're still watching this video right now and you would like to have your question answered, like I said, it could be about my personal life, it could be about comic books that I'm reading right now, the channel, it could be about anything that's happening in the industry, anything. Well, I would keep it to comic books, or if you guys are interested in what I do personally, or wondering what the kids are up to, or Stephanie, or anything like that, feel free to ask, and I will do my best to answer as truthfully and with as much information as that I can share with you guys. So do me a favor, leave a question down in the comments below. But guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next week on the Wednesday pull list. Have a great weekend, have a great final order cutoff, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.